How's it going, guys? This is xDave, and I'm going to talk about Modern Warfare 3 today. Recently, a set of images was leaked relating to Modern Warfare 3, loads of supposed screenshots of various things in the game, and I believe they were real, but there's no evidence of that yet. But Activision are going around and claiming copyright on those images, so I've removed that video I had of them from my account in order to avoid a strike when they claim for it, as I already have one and don't want another one. But the one image they have shown is the logo of the game. It's called MW3. I believe that because of the lawsuit that they're involved in, they can't call it Modern Warfare 3. I don't know if they'll ever be able to call it Modern Warfare 3, but still, everyone calls it MW2 anyway, and you'll still call it Modern Warfare 3 regardless. But what I wanted to talk about today was, despite there being lots of maps and single-player news revealed, I was just going to go straight ahead and talk about the guns, because there was around 15 of those that we saw, and various ones of them were confirmed with their names of what they actually were. But I'll start with the SMGs, I suppose, and tell you the first one was the Skorpion. I imagine a ton of people are interested in the Skorpion. Personally, I am not. I don't see why it's in any COD game, because it's pretty useless. Hopefully they make it better, but it looks like it's going to be the same. The next gun we saw was the MP5 New Style, it was called, which isn't very informative and doesn't really give me much to go on when I'm searching for what it actually is on the internet. But you can assume it's going to be more like the Call of Duty 4 MP5 instead of the MP5K that we saw in Modern Warfare 2. I'm not sure if new style means that it's recently made or literally just a new style for their game. But I'm going to guess it'll be like the Call of Duty 4 MP5, which is fine with me. That's a good gun. But we have a new SMG that was on that list. It's called the Magpul FMG, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this is quite an interesting gun. Now, if I was to tell you it was the size of a laptop battery, you probably wouldn't believe me, but the FMG stands for Foldable Machine Gun, and it's actually sort of like a covert sort of weapon that you can just sneak around and disguise as a package. You could just, it's very, very small and folds up really tiny. It's not made out of metal, I don't think, some sort of plastic or something. But it fires the same ammunition as the Glock 18 that we saw in Modern Warfare 2. That might be some sort of indication as to how fast it fires, but it's actually a prototype weapon, so there's very little known about it, and not much I could find on the internet, though it's been a prototype since 2008, so I'm surprised there's not much on it. But yeah, that does that for the SMG category. Next we have the assault rifles. There's very little interesting here, really. The first one, I suppose, that's the most interesting would be the G36. We had the G36C in Call of Duty 4, but this is the standard version of the gun, assuming that's the version they put in. It's bigger than the G36C. The 6C was a sort of compact version, I believe. This one's just a bigger version of the gun. I'm not sure how the fire rate differs or anything like that, if it differs, but yeah, that could be a nice gun. We also have the Scar coming back. It didn't state which version, but there are several versions of the Scar, so it's unlikely to be the Scar H is about the best I can offer you on that. We had what looked like the ACR as well. It wasn't confirmed, so I can't tell if it definitely was, but I wouldn't be surprised they brought that back. It was quite a favourite, and it looked like it had gold camo, though I was told by someone that that is the standard paint job for the ACR, so perhaps gold camo is back, perhaps it's not. And the last one on the list was the M4IW5. Now, after a quick Google of this, I couldn't find any M4 with that name, so I'm wondering if the IW5 sort of standard for maybe Infinity Ward 5, the 5th version of the M4 that they've made. I'm not really sure. But as far as I can tell, that's not a real version of the gun, so perhaps they've made their own version up. But that weapon in the picture had a dual scope, which was kind of strange. It had what looked like an ACOG and a holographic sight, I think. So perhaps you can have two scopes now. I don't see what sort of benefit you're going to get out of that, but yeah, that was in the game. So next we can move on to the sniper rifles, my favourite category, but it's not looking too good in this game so far. Every single gun is a semi-automatic rifle. So the first one that I'll talk about is the new one. It's called the RSASS. It actually stands for the Remington Semi-Automatic Sniper System. This gun, I can't find anything on it really on the internet for some reason. But it is semi-automatic. It looks kind of like an assault rifle really. It doesn't look like much of a sniper rifle, to be honest. Remington makes some very nice sniper rifles. They made the M40 and they also made the Springfield that we've seen in previous games. But this one's quite ugly, but that'll be in the game. And the next ones we have are the M21, I believe. I'm not sure which version of it is. There's an M14 as well, I believe. It looks similar. We have what look to be the PSG. There may be more than the PSG-1 that we've seen. PSG-2 maybe. I don't know about that much about that gun. And it looked like there was a 50 caliber Barrett as well, so we'll probably see that back again. I would be surprised if that's all of the sniper rifles, considering there are no bolt actions. But maybe Infinity Ward are copying Treyarch's stance on the sniper rifles, where they're trying to get rid of the quickscopers and all that, maybe. I don't know, but hopefully there's more. But next we have the shotguns. Now, there's sort of changes here. There's some familiar faces. We have the Model 1887. Not exactly a gun everyone loved when people were running around with it dual-wielded. But as far as I can tell, it's the same in this game. It just looks a lot better. It's black, it's sleek, it looks nice, and it says Hasta la Vista on it, which is kind of cool. But the next gun we have is the Striker African version, which I believe is the same as the current Striker that we have. I didn't see any difference that I could find on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But also we have the AA-12 coming back, which is not exactly a gun that everyone really likes. But these guns will probably be primaries now, so they won't be as annoying, but I mean, you're still going to get gunned down by them in the same way. You just won't also be attacked by their primary weapon as well. But there was one more shotgun that we saw, and that was called the KSG Kel-Tec shotgun, which is an American shotgun. And it's quite an interesting gun because you can put 2 magazines in it, and I'm not sure how it'll work because each magazine carries 7. So I don't know. Once you fire the full magazine of 7, I don't know if you'll have to reload or if you can then somehow switch to the next one and perhaps start firing that one. I'm not really sure how it'll work. But it's a pump-action shotgun, probably like the Modern Warfare 2 Spaz. But it's not actually confirmed as the KSG. That's what someone suggested to me it was, so that's what I've gone with. It does look a lot like it, so it's probably a safe bet to assume that's what it is. Otherwise, we have some pistols. We have the P99 Titanium Coated, I believe. It's a Wolfer pistol made in Germany. As far as I can tell, this is just going to be a standard pistol. It carries 16 rounds, and it'll probably be something like the M1911, you know, the normal pistols we get in every game. And we also have the MP412 Rex revolver, made in Russia. Now this one looks quite nice. It looks kind of like the Desert Eagle mixed in with a revolver, but as it is a revolver, it obviously carries 6 rounds, and you reload each one individually. And that'll probably be the special pistol of the series. You know, there's always 4 standard pistols, 3 or 4 standard pistols, and then 1 hardcore one. But this will probably be the good one. But that more or less does it for guns. The only other thing we've seen is the M320 grenade launcher, which it's in every game, I believe. I believe that's the standard attachment on the bottom of the gun, but it might also be a weapon as well, like the Thumper and China Lake. Infinity Ward do like their noob tubes, so it's possible that that could be in there with some. I'm not sure exactly, but it could be a primary weapon as well as an attachment or a secondary weapon. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the guns. If there's anything you want to see, any guns you want to see, any guns you don't want to see, any guns you're happy to see, let me know. I'll update you if there's any more news, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.